Alright, oh shoot. Okay. Good enough. Whatever. What's up, Daniel? Dumb name. Also, I put your name on the sign, so don't worry about that. RC. What's up? Fire Nation. What's up? Kamikaze. JX Bing. Gaming Master. Thomas. KO. Yay, lava time. You guys ready? Why did I name the stream layer whatever? 12. I guess I'm on layer 12, but whatever. So, Pie Guy, Panther Express, Ash, Jay Hernandez, CS or SC, Walker. So thank you, dub name, for the $2. Wait, were you first? Okay, you were first. Also, we have 8 layers left. Thank God. I think it's 8. So 4 days left, I think. Unless I can get some good progress done tomorrow. Maybe. Possibly. Better. I want to start a little bit earlier. Or at least when I get the time. If I have the time to do it, I want to start earlier. But yeah, that's gonna be a thing. What's up, Ultima? I can't update my world. Ultima. There will be a lot donating, yes. God. Oh, what's up, Roman? I think 8 layers left. I'm pretty sure it's 8 layers. You're gonna hear a lot of stuff in the background, so what's up, Samuel? Also, I will not have the longest time lapse, regardless of if anybody uploads, because Pippin uploaded a time lapse of his 200-hour time lapse of the thing, so I don't honestly care about being first. I just want to get this time lapse out. I don't care at this point. I kind of just want to do this time lapse just because at this point. Even though the time lapse itself is pretty insane, so yeah. Oh, that was the last pickaxe. Okay. I do have mending. Okay, I was just I was like, I do have mending. This project is actually, I think it's actually impossible to do this project without mending. I'm fairly certain on that. I'm on neither. I'm on Legacy Edition. PS4. Oh, so many diamonds. I will be doing the Nether. As well, don't forget about that. Oh, I need to prepare this bow as well. Alright, let's go ahead and... I'm not helping anybody. Or sorry, I'm not letting anybody help. I'm literally just gonna do this solo. Also, if you want your name in the world, I have Patreon in the description if you want to join that. You'll see what I mean. It's a Patreon beacon. I'll light it by the end of the stream to signify the overworld is done. And then if you want your name on the wall of the world, then there's a legacy Patreon for $25. If you just want to pay $25, put your name. I'll put your name on the wall, and then you can just leave if you want to. You don't actually have to join it full time or permanently or anything like that, to be honest. There are other benefits as well. I swear to God, I hate this dragon. Oh God. What's up, Jod? Seriously? Whatever, let's just... Okay, what's up, Adam? And I like roller coasters. I completely destroyed my stronghold, to be honest. A long time ago, like I think back in 6 million, I think is when I destroyed the stronghold. Yes, for the chat continues, we'd like to thank our sponsor, NordVPN. Skillshare. Raid Shadow Legends. Ridge. Whatever that wallet is. Udemy is another sponsor. The only one that seems actually somewhat intriguing is Udemy, to be honest, but... Oh, that was very easy. He was actually, like, okay at that point. This video is sponsored by this video. Thank you. A $2 donation. I forgot I only have 8 pickaxes. I need to go grab 2 more real fast. God, dude. I cannot talk sometimes. It's really unfortunate I can't put power on my, or I don't have infinity on my bow anymore. Or sorry, mending. I can't do the mending infinity. Wait, I still had... God. XP left, whatever. Yeah, water. Even though it's only been 15 minutes. Worst timing ever, to be honest. Please tell me they didn't reset. I swear to God, if you reset. I guess I can't grab any more pickaxes. My God, Did you just go through that fence? Get back. I hate this stupid villager system. And I don't use hate very often. I hate this stupid villager bug. What's up, Chibi? Like, I wish these villagers would work for once instead of working for at least like 20 hours and then coming back. Why? Also, I need to put Kilo's name in this world because he actually did the Legacy Patreon, which is hilarious in my opinion. Alright, so I don't think there's any lava near this layer, so I think I'm good. I think the next layer I'm gonna have to deal with a ton of lava though. So get prepared for that. That's a lot of stone to use, to be honest. For one layer. Because I'm gonna use probably dirt or stone. I think I'm just gonna use stone because there's so much. I have leftover stone, so I don't really care, to be honest. There's still so much stone in this world left, it literally does not matter if I keep even like a million stone. Like a million stone is literally nothing to me. I will be done with this section. Boneless pizza 22. Wait, is that 22? 23. I think in... That's lava right here. I think I'll finish by... I hope in the next week. At most, week from now. That's at most. Okay, lava, you can stop burning me. Okay, thank you. I don't like how long it takes lava to burn out. It's really annoying. Really annoying, to be honest. Is it raining again? It's rained at the beginning of this last stream and now this stream. Oh my god, the lava's gonna be quite the pain, I'm telling you right now. I mean, yeah, it is useful for lava. I have 3 years, I guess 3 years total for like the Nether End, and I would say 2 years probably for, I would say 2 years for this, and then 2 years left, and then probably another year for the Nether the End. I would say it takes around a year to clear both of them. I could be wrong about that, but about that statistic, but that's what my estimate is. I've been fairly consistent with the overworld throughout this entire time. I want to put in a last minute grind though, like last like 3 sections, and 3 big sections within like 2 months or something like that, or 3 months or something like that. I want to just do some insane grinding on this project towards the end, mainly. I'm gonna do 2 layers, just like yesterday. I'm gonna try to do 2 layers, always 2 layers at least. I want each section to take like a month. If I can get each section done in a month, that would be so good. I think the Nether's gonna be really fun, to be honest, and really annoying at this exact same time. And frustrating, and just irritating in general, but really fun. What's up, prophetic boy? I have 19. Kind of glad I'm 19 though. I would not want to do this project when I was like a little bit older. I wish I was like if I would have done this project 2 years earlier, it would have been nice. Like if I was like 15 or something like that when I started, it would have been a bit nicer. But whatever, it doesn't matter, to be honest. I didn't actually. Well, I knew what I was getting myself into, but at the same time, I kind of didn't. Like I was expecting this to take a long time, but just feeling the sheer amount of time is kind of crazy. What's up, Blaine? And Tom. world is 862 by 862. What's up, some dumb? My birthday's in November. 4th. Yeah, I think I mentioned that a while back, actually. Actually, isn't it on my YouTube account? I could be wrong about that. Wait, no, I think it's a fake date my friend made, because he's actually wasn't the one. I wasn't the one that made this account. At least not the original Bedrock Massacre account. I think I changed the stats, I think, at one point, but I'm not too sure. There are no islands in this version. Just saying. For this version at least. Think of this island, it's like Pippin's island. You know how he had destroyed his entire end? Same thing. Exact same thing. No, I am not in Minecraft Bedrock. I am in Legacy PS4 Edition. It's in the title as well. What's up, Yusuf Jaber? I have 5,100 diamonds or something like that. No, I should put PS4 Legacy Edition. I should literally just put Minecraft PS4 Legacy. Instead of just PS4. I am not, well, I'm technically earning money for donations mainly, but not really much from actual YouTube, which isn't very surprising, to be honest. Honestly, I don't care that much about it though. Literally, I'm not gonna do anything with this channel after I'm done with it, I'm pretty sure. Streaming on Twitch won't do anything, to be honest. It won't matter if I stream on Twitch whatsoever. Like, it actually doesn't make, it makes no difference for me. You can't do that. I mean, unless you're literally immortal, Coaster. Like, if you're immortal, then sure, go ahead and mine out an entire 60 million, sorry, 30 million by 30 million world and go ahead, but unless you're talking about an old size world, then okay, I guess that's a pretty good short project, but you can't do this project anywhere else because it's a classic size world. Like, you can't do that. Like, I wouldn't mind in a Java size world or Bedrock size world if I didn't have a goal to actually reach, because that'd be ridiculous. A lot of people kind of assume that it's Java or Bedrock, even though Bedrock looks completely different from this version. Java would make more sense, but still, even then, it still doesn't make a lot of sense, especially with the split screen. But yes, like you'd actually have to be immortal. Educate again on what? Like, unless you have 2 billion years to live, good luck doing this project on Bedrock. You know how ridiculous it'd be if I spent 5 years mining for no reason? Like, an actual reason to do mine for 5 years? Can you mine the whole... Good luck not lagging. What will happen after I'm done? Well, I'm gonna be done. I mean, this project will finally be completed. After... When was it announced? Practically announced? 2012. Even then, it was kind of... It's already been seen by a couple people a long time ago. By IBX Toy Cat when he made his video on how long it would take to destroy an entire Minecraft world. Other than that, besides that, it's a really insane project by itself. I mean, it's something you'll probably never see again in this Minecraft community, to be honest. Besides one-to-one project, but that's a community project, so I guess it's a little different, to be honest. And no, I'm never joining the one-to-one projects. Honestly, I don't really care too much about it. To be perfectly honest with you, like, I really don't. Like, I'm pretty much gonna be done with Minecraft after this, probably. I have actually no purpose in this community. Sorry, not the community, in this game anymore after this project. Let's destroy this dirt. I don't care about it. But yeah, that's really about it. I'd basically fulfill my purpose in this community after finishing these 3 projects. Trilogy of projects. I'm scared to know how big this project's gonna get by the time by the end of this by the end of the project. Holy Jesus. Isn't this how the chat's always like though? The chat always goes insane. When there's a 3-part um 3 sections of the chat that are talking about 3 different things. Also, I have the regular Steve skin if anybody's wondering what my skin is. Nobody's really asked me what my skin was, but yep, I had the Steve skin. It's very fitting, honestly. Like, this may be one of the biggest live streams in Minecraft by the end of this, probably. I'm not saying it is gonna be, but my god, there is a potential of it being the highest, or one of the largest Minecraft live streams at the end, or one of the largest, at least. What's up, Rekatron? I've been doing this for around 2.5 years. Technically 3 years, but I didn't actually take this project seriously until about 2.5 years ago. Or like, I really didn't even take this project almost at all until 2.5 years. I pretty much experimented for like 6 months, and then I finally got something down, and then I just copy and pasted it for a while, and then I slowly optimized everything. Too bad glitches I can't put in perspective though with the stupid villagers. The pickaxe is always resetting, so please do code red. This is so annoying because every time I break a pickaxe, I have to go and get a new one, which they're always a pain to get sometimes. Especially now, they're even more of a pain. So please do code red. Actually, no, don't do code red. Use those little red dots or whatever those things are. they catch my eye so much easier. Something red. Anything red, to be honest. What's up, meme? Let's go with meme. Okay, my phone just turned on for some reason. Oh yeah, don't worry, I get a lot of the same questions. What's up, Elric? Wait, what? You'd go that far when you started? What do you mean go that far? Do you mean like go that far in terms of like actually being able to go this far into the project? Or do you mean like my channel going this far? Because my channel went this far. I wasn't expecting my channel to get this big, but my I knew I was gonna do this project. I knew I had at least some ability to do this project. Surprisingly, I knew I had the will to do this project. At least. Even this project itself is still pretty insane. Like, putting the hours into it is so much different than just saying it. Even then. Like, I knew I had it in me, but still, it's still kind of insane. I'm pretty sure I knew I could have finished this even when I started. It was pretty scary thinking about all this water though. That was one thing. I see a dumb name. I think that's who you're talking to, right? Or is it Chibi? Who's actually leaving? I think it's Chibi though, actually. Alright, see ya, Thomas. I was wondering, what the heck happened to Dark anyway? Alright, see your roller coasters. I do play other games, mainly rhythm games and Smash for the time being. Nice, 173 hours. I should finish this by 2 hours each. 184 hours or something like that. 182 hours. Something along the lines of 180 hours. Which is what I actually estimated at the beginning, which is really cool to think about. That means I think it takes 120 hours at the bare minimum. Sorry, not bare minimum. At like average 120 hours per section. That's not even counting the water, so that's if every block was filled in, or pretty much every block was filled in without any water. But yeah, that's pretty insane on its own. The whole map is the whole world. It's a classic size world, and it's a console size world, so you know. This entire thing is the entire world. You can always see my progress. What's up, Eric Ortez? I don't really know why I have the patience for this, to be honest with you. Or how I have the patience for this. I guess it's just a sheer focus, I don't really know. How can you donate? It's in the description. To be honest here though, the patience thing and motivation is a little different. They're two different questions. Having the patience for something doesn't really mean you're completely motivated for something like that. Because you could be motivated for doing something, but if you don't have the patience to do it, then you're just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. They're very similar though, questions. Having willpower literally answers almost every question, to be honest. Like, in a literal sense. What's up, Juliana? Wait. Yeah, Juliana. It's all about commitment as well. I have almost too much commitment to one thing, which I know that sounds like a very, very good thing, but to some degree it kind of isn't. I mean, it is. Obviously, there's some downsides to it. It's hard to multi-prioritize, I guess is how you could say it. Things when you have this much, but yeah. I do not have a job, at least for time being. I'm probably gonna get one very, very, very soon. Probably everything's gonna get shut down again, so I guess that won't matter, so just this for now. Probably in the future, because everything's gonna get shut down, so whatever. So, doesn't matter, honestly. What's up, noodles? let's just say my patience is determined by what I know. If I don't know how long something takes, or how much, or what's actually going to happen towards the future, then my patience dwindles. Like, I knew how long I was going to take on this project, I calculated everything, I knew exactly what was going to happen, and all I had to do was just not think and just put in the work. That's it. Not only that, but my willpower literally carves a future. Literally, if I'm not optimistic about what's happening towards the future, it's not gonna be a good future. To be honest with you. It's almost as if I'm bending reality around me, if that makes sense. Yeah, probably, yeah. I think they're shutting everything down. Or getting close to. Which is kind of funny, because I even said that. I was even thinking, like, they opened everything too early, and yeah, I was right. Pretty much. It's like we just reduced it a lot, and then you want to open it straight back up. It's like, are you kidding me? That's not how that works. What's up, McKinnis? Why is it lagging? Actually, I'm kind of curious. What's up, Messy Bean? You had an ad? That's interesting. Oh, wait a minute. Did I turn on monetization? I may have, I think, at one point. I've never done it before. I've never turned on monetization, but I guess I can. I guess it works. I forgot about that as a thing. Couldn't you guys technically abuse the ad thing? You could just keep clicking on ads over and over again? Is that how that works? That would be funny if you guys did that. I've never thought, I just thought about that right now for some reason. Because by default, my videos are not monetized, by default, that is. What if it's just population control? That's what they want to, that's something many people don't think of. What's up, Alex? I actually have ad blocker as well, don't worry. You know what's the funny thing is? I love how people criticize other people, like creators criticize other people because of not having ads. It's like, oh yeah, you should just turn off ad blocker because you can support your creators. It's like, yes, you can. Like, they're very critical about it. It's like, okay, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's like, I'm not gonna like, oh yeah, you should go turn off ad blocker right now. It's a very subtle way of saying, like, you should go turn it off because I have it off and I love supporting creators. I don't know if that would work. Like, I don't know if that's actually a thing, but I guess if you, like, reopened it, clicked on the ad, reopened it, clicked on the ad, reopened it, clicked on the ad, that could obviously horribly ruin your search history, but whatever. Or, sorry, not search history, or whatever it's called, SEO, or whatever. Sorry, not whatever the heck it's called. Pretty well. McKinnis. Sub NCR. I don't know why I don't know why it's off that beat. I don't know why it's off by default, but whatever. Well, here's the thing though, if you look up something, if you look up your search history. Sorry, if you take an ad, if you click on an ad, eventually it's gonna pop up that stuff you clicked on, eventually, or something like that. Water, yes. Rafi, what are you doing? Okay, Rafi, did you look up INFP, CS Joseph INFP, by chance? Because that may help you a lot, if you could stop being super self-depraved towards yourself and other people, and expressing it constantly. You could actually, like, actually fix that problem, and yeah. If you look up this type, you may not even be that type, you may actually be an ISFP, but whatever. One of those types, at least. No, it's self-deprecation, there it is, not self-depraved, self-deprecation. Don't think they can. I mean, internet providers I think can, but I don't think the actual government, I don't know. Don't know, I haven't verified that yet, so. What the heck is going on? Calador. Come on, dude. Did you at least look it up? Will you respond to any comment I make, Rafi, for once? I don't know if you will or not, but... because I'm actually trying to help you instead of hearing these depressing comments constantly. I know you're tired, but like, at least at one point remember to look this stuff up. Okay, I keep thinking you're like depressed because of the comments you keep making, Rafi. Well, to be fair, you were kind of depressed last stream though because I kept trying to find your type and you would just not listen. To be honest. So, Iraq and Bowen Zange. Thank you, Urek, for the $1.99 donation. Seems weird saying that actually out loud. Thanks for the comment as well. It's much appreciated. Okay, there's no way. Well, never mind. Yeah, you're an INFP. Come on now. Dude, literally, as soon as I said this comment, look up CS Joseph INFP. Look it up right now. I'm telling you, do it. I don't care if you're gonna procrastinate doing it. I know you have a horrible memory. You have SE Demon. Look up INFP. Or you have horrible short-term memory. Arguably the worst short-term memory here. I'm not gonna assume your type, but I have a good estimate on your type. Just literally look it up right now. Look up CS Joseph INFP. You said you wanted to know your type, and I'm pretty sure that's your type. Just go look it up. I want you to verify it. Okay, thank you. YRAC for the $1.99. It's like, come on. I know an INFP. He's not this bad when it comes to looking up things. It's like, I've dealt with his SE Demon and SI Child before, but my god. Or SE Trickster. Not SI Demon. SE Demon. SC. Okay, good. Thank God you at least wrote it down. You actually, are you that type, Raffi? You are an ISFP. I'm pretty sure RC. I see a lot of FI in you, to be honest. Oh shoot. What's up, Withered Bunny? And, FAQ. Okay, good that you actually looked it up. God. You could have at least told me you looked it up. Because you never gave a single response. Is it your type? Do drink some water. I am 99% sure of most of my types that I can type. I can usually figure out the patterns between each of the types as well. Ravi, look at the functions. Look at the interaction style. Tell me if that matches how you actually interact. I'm pretty sure you're an INFP. If you have to, go look at the playlist for his INFP. Look up INFP playlist if you have to. There's just verify. Just look at all a bunch of the types. To keep it simple for you. I can kind of figure out types to a degree. It's hard to figure out, like, certain types. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in most of my types. I know this stuff pretty well now at this point. It's even cool seeing it in shows and stuff like that as well. Yeah, I am fairly certain you are you're very storytelling based, but you have SI Child. You're at least an SI user, I'm pretty sure. At least, because if you, anybody in here who does like tons of like not really tons of storytelling, but uses the past for things, future oriented, or sorry, uses the past a lot, or probably SI users, or can remember things very well with recite things, I guess. Half the populations are SI users, half the populations in the world are SE users. I already drank some water. Like, I can figure out some types just by, like, a couple sentences. Like, I'm not kidding. It's kind of crazy how fast you can figure out some of these types. If you just have a general idea of, like, certain types, and you know certain types, like, I know a lot of types. You'd be surprised at how many types of people you know in your life. If you know the types, you can kind of remember certain behaviors that each of the types have. You can even figure out different interaction styles between each of the types, and the different cognitive functions between two people, or even three people sometimes. It's usually one-on-one conversations, usually you can tell between two types. Usually if you observe it though, most of the time, it's harder to do it when you're in the conversation for obvious reasons. It's somewhat difficult though to talk about. It's really sometimes difficult to type other people in certain situations, especially if they're unhealthy, if they're in their shadow and stuff like that. It's sometimes hard to sometimes hard to type people. Generally, if you have a good basis of certain types, it gets pretty easy after a certain point. I am an INFJ. Yes. Kilo is an INTJ. That's interesting. We're very similar to each other, but yes, I'm an INFJ. To find out your type, you gotta go look up CS Joseph interaction styles. I think it's season 2 playlist where he talks about how to type. Go look up how to type others or something like that. Type yourself and others by CS Joseph. He has a playlist on it, I think. And just follow that and just, yeah. He has a grid and then he has a playlist. Go look at his channel. It's called CS Joseph. I do not rap. These streams really help though with my other sides of the mind because it forces me to interact or initiate easier during these streams, since I don't actually have to worry too much about other people. I've gotten pretty good at I hope it transfers at least a little bit to real life. I mean, obviously, completely different situations, but still, I wish it would. It's hard to transfer it to real life, but I mean, it's sometimes not too bad. As long as I know what I'm talking about, I can talk for a while at least. But usually, if I have nothing to say, I literally won't say it. It's one of the reasons I hate small talk, because I find small talk pretty pointless. Like, it's very pointless in my opinion. Unless it's something that actually means something, especially since I'm stupidly deliberate. Oh god. Also, all this willpower technically means I always have a choice. Like, it literally does not matter what anybody says, I technically always have a choice in the matter. Like, as long as the conversation's meaningful, I can actually talk them quite a bit. But generally, if it's just tiny small talk, I don't honestly care about small talk. It's very superficial in my opinion. Unless you haven't seen anybody in like a couple weeks or something, or a month, or a couple months, or even longer. Sometimes. What I meant by willpower is NI hero. The INFJ, the NI hero, is literally just pure will in its own. It's kind of weird. Definitely the rarest hero function though. Especially for guys specifically. Like being literally 1 or 0.1% of the population or something like that. I don't know how much it actually is. It's kind of ridiculous though. I think I think INFJ's general statistics it's 0.5% of the population. But I think for guys it's even rarer. What's up, Doggo? It may be 0.5 of the population for males. Or something like that. I'm not really too sure though. I think it's 0.5 for guys and 1% for... No. 0.7%? I don't know, what is it? It has to be something like 0.1%. I'm pretty sure on that. I think INFPs are like 3% of the population or something like that. Yes, I think so. There are more girls, but certain types are also more prominent in girls as well. I think feeling types in general are more prominent in girls, like ESFJs. So like ESFJs and ESTJs or something like that. There are more guys in ESTJs than there are girls, and there's more female ESFJs than there are male ESFJs. That makes sense. Generally speaking. So Aussie boys, that does sound kind of painful. Sort of. I love how much, it's funny how I told Kilo, Crazy Man, how I told him that me and him live the shortest amount of lives. Well, we live the shortest life compared to any type in the world. Like, completely. Which is hilarious. He called BS on it, but it's like, yeah, it's kind of true though. Like, I literally live the shortest life of any person out there. But I can technically do the most out of a person, if that makes sense. It's like, it's a weird balance. It's like, most people in the world usually are usually persistent and take it slow. Take things slower, but can get a lot done within years and years of a time. But my type is the complete opposite. Where it's like, move as fast as possible and try to get as much done. And just have that raw focus of just getting as much done and improve as much things as possible. Pretty much a ticking bomb, pretty much. Alright, see you, McInnes. Like, think of it this, I'm like a guy, it's like I'm a person with a short fuse. Pretty much just explosive. What's up, Cream? I haven't actually seen a dead body. Actually, never mind, I have. Never mind, never mind. I am. I mean, I have. Yeah, I'm pretty much like... It's the complete opposite of pretty much almost everybody. With that amount of change in that short amount of, well, that amount of power within that short amount of time, then technically, that means I can technically change the fastest. Like, even though I don't have as much self-discipline, like I'm literally unaware of self-discipline practically, it means that I can bounce back the fastest out of all the types as well. Yeah, it's relative. It was a relative, don't worry. But if I bounce back, that means I can regress the fastest as well. It's like I can pretty much be like it's basically a roller coaster of a person. It's like I guess technically the most unstable person. It's like, well, to a degree, it's like stability in terms of life. It's like as long as I consciously make the choice, I can pretty much constantly improve in everything. But if I don't, then I just kind of just drop. I can just drop like a... Don't even know, honestly. If that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. Am I actually gonna make this? Okay. I am doing the solo Leighton Johnson. I think is how you say that. Okay. Thank you, John, for the $5 donation. And sticker. It's much appreciated. Hypixel? I don't know. I could do Hypixel in the future if I wanted to. I'm not too sure if I'll actually do it though. Also, don't forget, if you want your name in this world, you can go and join Patreon. And then if you want to, you can just leave after you pay. And you could just have your name in this world. If you want your name actually in this world, like in letters, like instead of on a sign, you can do the Legacy Patreon, which is $25. practically a one-time payment. You literally don't have to do anything after that unless you want the extra benefits. Almost there, don't worry. Now it's there. Yeah, that's true. You're definitely not old, you're just not like very... Well, I guess you're not old, but I guess from your perspective you could technically be... Right, CRC. God, dude. It's crazy how squeaky this chair actually is, though. Funny enough, it's just a regular office chair, which is really weird. What do you mean good night? Like, do you mean now or like later? I don't know what you mean, Pie Guy. I guess good night if you're leaving. I'm not too sure what you mean. Guess I see a Pie Guy. What's up, Fred? Wow, that is a very low lava source. Holy Jesus. For being at level 12? It's like a lava cave. Usually caves don't even appear at level 12, or at least lava lakes don't even appear that low. At least the start of lava lakes don't. God's chair. What's up? Hi, hello. God. Okay, I'm gonna go and save it real fast. Also, I just realized we hit 174 hours. And we're actually gonna hit 175 hours during this stream, which is pretty sick. I've been thinking about the one-to-one project actually. I don't like the fact that you can't get the Earth perfectly one-to-one. The only reason I thought about that because I'm also making a time lapse, and Pippin just uploaded a time lapse video of him with 245-hour time lapse, and that kind of got me thinking about the fact that it's gonna feel really annoying that the world itself is not perfectly made one-to-one. Even though the project's actually called one-to-one, like I understand, at the same time, like it's gonna annoy me a little bit. Like, will parts of the world be missing, or are we gonna have to like simulate certain parts of the world, or something like North Korea specifically, or something like that? Specific areas that Google Maps or places like that can't reach. What's up, Rick? I do remember when you donated $4. Welcome as well. Welcome back. What's up, Creator 2.0? Or 2.00? What's up, Lucas Cheong? Also, Uric, you can join Discord if you want to support the channel further. Or anybody who new here that is new, you can support the you can support the channel further by Discord or Patreon. Okay, I guess you're never supporting the channel then. Because I'm never using creepers. Charge creepers, specifically charge creepers. Also welcome, Headhunter. What's up, Piggy Paradise? It's actually pretty funny. Let's see what it does. I never actually turned on monetization till now, at least with the live streams. I've never done it. Also, this is the first time I've done it. I did it on accident earlier when I was trying to refresh the internet because for some reason my internet settings on Streamlabs are kind of messed up at the moment. So yeah, that's the thing. That was something. Okay, never mind. I don't know what to talk about, to be honest. You're welcome. And thank you. Hello. Okay, almost done with this layer, and then I'll have to get rid of a lot of lava. Ton of lava, to be honest. How many have I mined? I guess if you're kind of accurate in a way, because if you take 2,000 diamonds, I've probably mined around 5,000, but that's not counting fortune. That's also, wait, sorry, that's counting fortune, so it's probably around 2,000 or so diamonds. I think you're pretty accurate in terms of diamonds, surprisingly, if you don't count the fortune. Full set of diamond. Whew, almost jumped right into that. I did not expect that to actually be there. What's up, CMDR? Okay, so if you want more access to things, we have Discord in the description. Or if you want to do something, if you want more access, go to Patreon and you can pay to have a Discord role in the description if you want to do that. Also, you get to have your name in the world as well, but you can't do anything on chat until you gain loyalty with the community specifically. And don't expect, even if you gain loyalty, to be honest with you, it's really hard to get mod because I don't really have a reason to have a lot of mods, so that's really about it. So if you want to donate and get something out of it, go to the description and join Patreon. You can see what the benefits. Also, if you're wondering why I don't have anything on the screen, it's because of the time lapse. I need to keep the time lapse running. I will put names on the screen after the time lapse. I'll fix all the stream stuff. Oh, you boosted the server. That's cool. What does that actually do again? Doesn't it give you like emojis and or emotes and something else, right? Like, you don't even have to like stay as a patron. I made it where you just pay first and then you could just leave later. But you gotta at least show me you're a patron. Like, that's the easiest way to support. There's a reason I made Patreon, I think. If that makes sense. So you can actually get benefits from it. I don't know why I didn't do pay up front. I'm so stupid for not doing it like that. What's up, colorful guy? I am playing on PS4 Legacy Edition. I should put Legacy Edition in the title. Oh, there's so much lava. Like, if you want your name in letters, literally pay 25 bucks and you're good. But if you want to stay Patreon and keep the benefits, then stay as monthly. It doesn't matter, honestly. What? I don't know, Gaming Master likes triggering people for some reason. It's like his guilty pleasure, to be honest. It's like the same way I kind of like triggering Pie Guy, to be honest. Similar way, to be honest. I felt kind of the same way with Kilo walking to the Farlands. I was actually considering walking to the Farlands after this project, but whatever. At least somebody else did it, so I didn't have to do it. I may not do 2 layers today, actually, because of the lava. To be honest. So yeah, if you do want to support, the Patreon link and the Discord link are in the description. That's the thing. If you want to, obviously. Silly. Okay, so is it accurate, Rafi? Because it has to be, unless you're a very unhealthy version of yourself. Yeah. What about INTP? Try INTP instead of INFP. Are you abstract, Rafi? Like, are you abstract? Like, do you talk about the what if a lot, or are you just kind of on the what is constantly? Like, what's in front of you? Are you what if or what is? Pretty much. Do you ask a lot of what if questions, or is it what is? Are you like super theoretical towards things? Okay, I guess I see a Refi. Welcome back, Fred and RC. What's up, Fazbear King? can't be practical. Okay, definitely look up INTP later if you want to. And tell me if that one makes sense. I love how certain types, like sensor types, always bag on intuitive types about being weird and different because they make up 70% of the population and we only make up 30. But it's really weird because they kind of become an intuitive type over like decades of their 4 sides of their mind development. If that makes sense, it's very ironic. They actually become an intuitive type to a degree. It's like you literally become, you swore and become the thing you swore the most, whatever it's called. You may not be an intuitive type, Rafi. I'm not certain though. I have not watered myself in a while. It's just kind of funny. Technically, intuitive types practically rule the world. I mean, they don't, but at the same time, they kind of do. They're arguably more successful, I guess, at least by societal standards. Intuitives are technically more successful. Think of like all those entrepreneurs, they're probably ENTPs or ENTJs or INTPs and INTJs. It's harder for idealists though to become more successful when it comes to stuff like that. What's up, Control? It's kind of funny though, because it's like sensors live their life, intuitives live their life backwards to sensors. So like, sensors will talk about the what is for constant. Yeah, you become the very thing you sworn to destroy. Maybe not destroy, but just you became the thing you didn't want to become, I guess. You hated. You became the thing you hated. There it is. I guess it's a good way to do it. Because it's like, it takes literally years for, like decades for sensing types to actually accept theoretical concepts, or maybe not theoretical concepts, just the what if more than anything. It's complete opposite for intuitive types. Intuitive types actually go from theoretical to, or what if statements to more to the environment or just physical objects, like mechanicalness and stuff like that. It's kind of funny. Yeah, you may be an INTP. I really don't know though. Try INTP, ISFJ, and ISFP. Write those down. You probably already wrote down INTP though. So Julian, I'm getting rid of lava at the moment. Those are, I think, the most introverted out of the introverted types, to be honest. Obviously, all introverts could technically be very introverted. Oh my god. Can be very introverted. But in a way, oh yeah, I could totally agree with that about presentations. I would just try to get them through as fast as possible, to be honest with you. But to be fair, social anxiety is literally social anxiety is literally an insecure introvert. That's really all it is. Like pure social anxiety is literally just insecurity. Like I could see, okay, small talk, yes. Certain types have it hard, like my type has very hard with small talk. But I'm talking like if you're gonna pass out by walking up to somebody, that is really bad. Like that is like stupid high insecurity. That's when you should know your type by that point. If you're just gonna give up on yourself, then I don't know what to tell you. If somebody does something like that. Oops. Okay. What's up, Pro Knight 64? Especially if you can't even talk to your friends. That's when it's like, what are you doing? Oh god. Sounds pretty bad. Presenting's pretty bad, especially if you don't know what the heck you're even talking about, to be honest. I got pretty decent at it once I actually got over my fear. To be fair, I have a very quiet voice, so just for me to talk, I have to like yell to just do a presentation. It's kind of sad, but it helps though, at least to a degree for me, because it forces me to get out of my introverted state for once. Because that's all it is. It's just, that's what social anxiety is. It's the uncomfortableness of actually getting out of your ego, which is introverted. That's all it is. It's nothing more. Once you practice getting out of your ego into your subconscious and unconscious, you can do it very quickly. If that makes sense. Obviously, small talk kind of inhibits it, but still. I'm not going to make another pickaxe in Nameless Court because I can't update my world. To be honest, your practice is where it's at when it comes to getting out of your comfort zone, because that's what you gotta do. That's what introverts have to do, is get out of their comfort zone and actually get into their other sides of their mind. I was really bad about it, to be honest. I only speak for reasons. Like I can't speak for no reason, but if I absolutely have to speak, then I'll do it. Why was that guy spamming next? I'm not actually too sure why. It's like, why are you spamming next? What is your purpose in spamming the word next? I mean, if it was interesting, then you should have been at least, I think I just answered you. I think I answered you. I guess I'll answer again. Technically the, only thing that helps with anti-anxiety is literally like alcohol. I'm not kidding either, because it puts you in your unconscious. It gets rid of your worry or fear, or both actually. Caffeine, if you just took caffeine and alcohol at the same time, like quite a bit of it, you basically get rid of all fear and worry. Obviously it's stupidly unhealthy. That's why caffeine's not that good for you, especially for self-development specifically. What's up, beg for the end? Like, I highly recommend don't drink alcohol or caffeine if you want any personal self-development, because it hinders any self-development, especially mentally whatsoever. Yeah, pretty much. Maybe not non-stop, but you have to at least do it once in a while, because if you do it once in a while, it makes it easier to do something, and then you could do it more frequently, and then more frequently, and to the point where it becomes second nature. If that makes sense. Some types don't even benefit from practice though, because that's kind of a problem. Generally, it's just from experience of others. Coffee's the same way. Coffee, the only reason coffee feels so good to people is because it removes your fear. Coffee removes your fear performing. That's why it gives you that weird rush sometimes. I think it depends on when you take it though. I think coffee, it depends on when you take the coffee though. If you're tired and you're taking coffee, it may help a little bit, but sometimes it makes it worse. Of course alcohol gives you, makes you depressed. It's a depressant. And it puts you in your unconscious, which it still technically gets rid of your worries. but it just isn't healthy. I pretty much only drink water at this point, to be honest. I've kind of just... I can pretty much switch to anything without any care, to be honest, either. You're morbidly addicted? Oh god. I still think coffee's literally that subconscious fear in your brain of not performing well, or whatever your fear is, to be honest. Why do you think people drink alcohol to relieve like worries? Because it puts you in your unconscious. Subconscious is harder to pinpoint because obviously you're subconscious, and fear is a little bit harder to pinpoint as well. That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that's what coffee, why people drink coffee. I do not watch JoJo. I don't even really watch anime at all, actually. Oh yeah, that too. It does ruin your kidneys and liver. Makes perfect sense. You drink coffee, you drink Pepsi to get your fears out. It has caffeine, so it's well water actually. It's neither. Oh, okay. School actually definitely does help with interaction, like, 'cause it literally forces interaction at some point. There's no point in school, I mean, to a degree, at least through 12 years of schooling, where you won't be talking that much, at least to some point. I don't care how introverted you think you are, you're talking to some point. For some reason, introverted, some people, some introverts, not really that I know, but like some people try to do as a flex of like not talking that much. It's kind of funny, but yeah, that's the thing. I know I didn't talk much during school, but high school was slightly different, I guess. I liked busy work because I didn't have to talk or just sit there being bored. I could just work and just not care. Let's just say I'd rather do busy work than being lectured, which is funny. Like, you'd think it'd be the opposite, but no, it's that way exactly. Caffeine? Anxious is worry, though. It's not fear. Being anxious is your worry, it's not your fear. Colorful guy. It doesn't completely remove it, but it kind of at least helps with it, to some degree, if that makes sense. It's your insecurity. It basically kind of, sort of removes your insecurity to a degree. If that makes sense. I'm not too sure if that actually does. Because it's a stimulant. School definitely can help, Fred. It can help you with social interaction. To a degree. Come on, guys. Really? You're really gonna do that? No. I'm talking about actual physical school. I'm not talking about online. You'll understand later. You have to get out of your comfort zone to some degree, for social interaction. I mean, if you want to keep bottling up everything, then go ahead with social interaction. I mean, if you have some friends around you, then I don't know then. Okay, I guess you're incredibly insecure then if you're that way, 'cause wait, what's your insecurity? Just keep talking even if you're awkward. Some people actually like that awkwardness, to be honest with you. I mean, if you're that, okay, if you know you're awkward, then just embrace the awkwardness and keep talking. That's all I have to say, because I know I'm incredibly awkward as well, to be perfectly honest with you. If you're scared to talk to people, then I don't know what to tell you, because in that case, just embrace it, dude. I do understand how awkward. I completely understand awkwardness. Don't act like you're special. Colorful guy. I'm pretty sure almost everyone here is probably very awkward when it comes to small talk or just social interactions in general. Yeah, like everybody here is probably awkward in a way, like come on. Like there's a point of self-deprecating yourself, but come on, don't make it to the point where so lack of confidence, so you just don't know yourself, is that what you mean? You need to know your typeness. You need to know your type then. You gotta know your type if you're insecure about yourself, then definitely just go look at C.S. Joseph personality theory, or just look up C.S. Joseph. Learn the science of it so you actually understand yourself better. If that's what you mean by insecurity. That's a better way to do it. That's a good idea. Embrace the awkwardness. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Okay, good. What you just said is like you don't understand my awkwardness. That's pretty much what you're saying. You're saying you're putting your awkwardness above mine. Which basically makes it you're sounding like, that sounds very arrogant. You're good, colorful guy, but that's how you came off as. So you might want to be warned when it comes to those one-off sentences. They can really get you. It's very arrogant to actually think like that. Most people don't realize. What's up, Hindi? Wait, Hindel do? Yeah. It's literally just embrace awkwardness, and everybody's awkward to some point. And think about this, nobody actually cares if you're awkward. Like, I'm not kidding. Nobody cares. Some people actually like the awkwardness, which is weird. Sometimes that awkwardness is actually a good thing. If that makes sense. What's up, pancake? But yes, there you go. Can you talk to me when you feel sleepy and tired? Kind of feel that sometimes, to be honest. It really depends though. What's up, human, I guess? What the heck? Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be able to do 2 layers today. I'll see how much of this I can get, but I'm really not certain I'm going to get 2 layers. Like, embrace yourself. Well, at least understand yourself. That's what a C.S. Joseph type thing. So if you can understand yourself, you can embrace yourself easier, if that makes sense. Yeah, you're good. You're good, colorful guy. I'm just gonna warn you about that. What's up, Ryan? But yeah, there you go. That's pretty much it. It's literally like... It's super weird. I mean, it can kind of hinder a conversation, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Because some types of people, if you know your type, then you can get with that type if you understand other people's type and stuff like that. And you can actually, the types that like that awkwardness, like my type, sorry, not my type that likes the awkwardness, my golden pair, I guess you could say, likes awkwardness sometimes, weirdly enough. No, we're not changing the subject, Carl. Hinder means like, hinder basically means like it kind of suppresses something, or it prevents something from becoming what it should be, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. So if you hinder something, you kind of hold it back. Like me messing up my sentences every other sentence, I feel like at this point. So yes, it's really weird. Also, for interactions, just ease up on it. Like, don't try to like overdo it. Yeah, you literally just have to roll with your awkwardness. Eventually people will understand your awkwardness, and then they kind of find it funny at some point. It's kind of hilarious. Obviously, if they don't accept you, then you're kind of going with the wrong set of people, to be honest. Of course it's difficult. Obviously, everything that's difficult actually is meaningful, to be honest. Anything meaningful is difficult, so that's the thing. What's DBD? Did I just really? Oh, come on, I was reading the chat. I'm good at awkward silence as well, don't worry. It's actually even more awkward when 2 introverts try to interact with each other, because one person expects an interaction from another person, and then it just becomes silent. What's up, Kim? What's up, Dark Rebel? Doing pretty well. And Ryan Hunter. To be honest, I don't know if I've actually had a feeling of loneliness. Like, truly had a feeling of loneliness. I mean, if you guys are both awkward, then I don't know about that. I don't know if it was just you that ruined it though. I guess it was just the chemistry. It could have been the chemistry. It really depends on the chemistry between two types. Because if you know the opposite type, like if you know at least a compatible type and you know their type, you can probably click with them very quickly. If that makes sense. Like if you know their type, and you know your type, and you know their compatibility, oh god. Yes, that's pretty much it. Like, it's great for social interactions because not only do you guys know each other very, very, very well. Like, if you guys know each other very well in terms of the types, well, both y'all, you can just know both types, but if you know you're compatible, you can click with that person pretty much always. A few things here and there may not click that well, but generally, yes. You just have that natural chemistry, I guess you could say. Oh yeah, 175 hours, that's nice. That's not really awkwardness, that's just literally just your natural. Here's the thing about that. You're not actually awkward for being, you're literally considering yourself awkward just for being an introvert. It's not awkwardness, it's literally you're just responding to whatever the other person says, that's it. I'm fine, don't worry. My voice always sounds tired though. Oh yeah, you'll also learn, you'll grow from each other as well. I am not having a nap. I'll either sleep or I'll just like not at all. I don't usually nap. That's why this stuff is very powerful. Why this psychology science is very powerful. I can be a klutz if I don't try whatsoever. I definitely can be a klutz. I'm telling you that right now. Now, if I put in some effort, I'm not really. Like, I can actually do some really crazy stuff because of my subconscious, but my natural state, I'm pretty gentle, and I'm just very klutzy in general, but it's not like horrible klutz. It's pretty bad though. It can be. Especially since my performance anxiety, it gets worse. Like actual performance anxiety. I didn't realize how uncommon performance anxiety was, like a true performance anxiety fear. It's actually very uncommon. I don't even make discussions. I just join a discussion, to be honest with you. Unless I'm talking about personality theory, then I'll make the discussion real fast. It's very few things that I actually make the discussion about, unless it's like this stuff. Other than that, I am usually not that bad. This stuff has helped me go into my unconscious so quite a bit, like my yeah. It's pretty klutzy though. It can be very klutzy. Especially that's unconscious that I have. It's really bad. Pretty much have no awareness of my surroundings. I don't even know how long I'm gonna be streaming for. I can't English half the time on the stream because I've already transitioned to my unconscious most of the time, so rip my short-term memory and English whatsoever because I talk so fast that I'm not very methodical about my I don't even know at this point. If I actually put in some effort though, I don't really like, I have to focus so hard though. Oh yeah, starting a conversation just on its own is very difficult. That's why small talk exists, but I hate small talk because it's completely meaningless, so that goes out of the window at least. Like right now, I'm pretty much unaware of what the heck is even going on around me at the moment. It's also hard for me to think. And this is not just me being tired. I'm actually not that tired right now. Funny enough, I talk more when I'm tired though, which is not uncommon in most people, like it really isn't. Now, if I actually put in some effort, I can tell. Mumbling's kind of annoying. The only reason I don't mumble is because I am very methodical about what I say most of the time. If I say something, because it's usually pretty meaningful stuff. At least I try to. Unless I mumble a lot if I don't have anything else to say. It's either one or the other. It's either super methodical or it's like trash. I have done that before. I could be very good at tuning people out, but I try to listen to people at least as much as possible. Even if it's something that I don't care about. There are some times though where I can just kind of but yeah, I totally can zone people out really easily, but most of the time I try to at least my hardest to listen to what people say. But sometimes it's a bit too much. Especially informative types. Well, certain informative types I don't care about. I hate. I just don't like hearing stories most of the time, to be honest. It's mainly like storytelling. It's like, it drains me. It's really bad sometimes. Small talk is like, hey, how is your day going every single day? It's like, oh my god, is that stuff? It's like, why do you actually want to know every single day about my life? Also, I'm a pretty private guy though, so I mean, that makes it even worse. Especially since it's technically my insecurity is like myself. Sorry, not myself, my performance and like just. Wait, no, it's not my performance, it's my SI demon. SI demon is literally like past and my own self. Like, I don't talk about myself that often, or I kind of hate talking about myself that much. Or my past, or stories. Somebody told me tell a story, cannot tell you one. Like, straight up can't tell you one, unless somebody reminds me of a story. That's it. Oh, okay. It's interesting advice. Ryan. Alright, see you, Ryan. Hunter. Alright, see you, Pronate. I think that's... Wait, never mind. I thought you were talking about... Oh, yeah. Like, small talk is kind of like an art, to be honest. That some types can do perfectly naturally. Like, especially extroverted sensing types. ESFJs, ESTJ, all the extroverted sensing types are basically masters of small talk. Oh yeah, you can bond over people for disliking, or here's the thing about that though, mutually disliking or liking or anything like that, is that if you dislike something and then like something, some people are very insecure about their own feelings towards things, which sucks, but don't, yeah, it's pretty bad when you run into those people. So if you run into like ESTJ, I think it is, ENTJ, good luck with that. Actually, pretty much any STJ out there, good luck with that, because they're gonna like destroy you if you disagree with them, or try to destroy you because they're probably insecure about it, or they just don't like it. Small talk really is honestly kind of a waste of time. I mean, if you haven't seen somebody for like months, then maybe it's okay. Oh yeah, Germany is an introverted country. That is kind of true though. If you find somebody who doesn't like small talk, you will eventually find some common ground, I would think, at some point. You kind of just, that's what I mean by the golden pairs and bronze pairs and silver pairs and stuff like that. Usually introverts go with extroverts though, so it kind of debunks that completely. But your silver pair is an introverted type, which is weird. Like, you wouldn't think an introvert with an introvert would actually make sense, but do you agree? Yes. Usually you can find some commonality between two types, or between the types, as long as you can figure out the type and you know your type. So then you can just kind of go ham, honestly, on the conversation, because they're gonna respond just as well as you are, to be honest. Like my INFP friend, very compatible. Pretty much has been compatible with me, or not has been compatible, with his friends with me since I talk to him practically daily since like 5th grade or 6th grade or something like that. Not completely daily, but pretty close. Alright, time to go try a little bit of this section. I'm gonna go back over here though. What am I doing? Not really. I don't know if there's a person I can just not stand, to be honest. I'm not too sure if there's a person that I cannot stand, because usually I try to be at least positive about it, about situations, like people, mainly. That's why if you learn this stuff, you can actually understand your enemies, or the people you hate, to some degree. That helps a lot with that, understanding. Because hatred usually comes from misunderstanding, perfectly honest with you. I'm not kidding either. Hatred usually comes from misunderstanding the people that you interact with. Or it's just immaturity, or both. Generally. generally speaking. I'm not saying that like it's for all the cases out there, but most cases it's like it. Okay, so you're introverted or extroverted by default. Like, you can't change. I mean, you sort of can change, but you can't permanently change, if that makes sense. You can transition into one or two of those, or, sorry, one or the other, because of the four sides of the mind. Go look up C.S. Joseph, four sides of the mind, or just for C.S. Joseph in general, to learn the science. But yes, you can technically become one or the other, but you're by default naturally an introvert or an extrovert. You're by default a type. You're by default that type. You can't change it. You can strengthen the other sides of your mind, which are different types. They're stronger versions of your mind, pretty much. Or just allies to your ego, I guess. Your natural side. God dang it. Side of your mind, if that makes sense. It's really hard to explain. But yes, you can kinda become both, but you'd have to really practice your gateways, I guess is what it's called. If breathing wasn't a reflex, you would suffocate. God, dude. Okay, Fred. But naturally, no, you can't be both, or you can't switch to both. You have to be, you're either an introvert or extrovert by default. Why did I just, whatever. That's why when introverts say, "Oh yeah, I feel extroverted," or extroverts are introverted, or something like that. To a degree, you're naturally stronger in one than the other with your dominant hand. Some obviously are there ambidextrous people, which I'm like cross-dominant. It's kind of an odd way to say it, but like, it's like, I don't know what hand to switch to most of the time, but like I'm technically stronger with my left, if that makes sense. Like most people naturally pick up something, go left-handed or right-handed. Sometimes I have to just experiment to see which one I'm better with, except for specific items. It's really confusing. I don't understand. Oh, thank you. Wait, who? Nice. Thanks. Thank you, him, for the shout out. Thank him for the shout out. I didn't know about that. And welcome as well, Carl. And Lyndon. Wait, Lyndon Bomber. This is not deep, dude. Like, you don't know deep. Just kidding. You probably do know deep, but like, when it comes to deep, I've definitely very deep when it comes to conversations. This isn't even like close to what I've experienced, to be honest with you. This is pretty surface level personally. Just for me. That's it. Soulmates are definitely interesting. Technically your soulmate is your golden pair. It's soulmates. There's not actually a true soulmate out there, because there's no one person is perfect for no one other person. You could be the most compatible with another person, like a type, like your golden pair type tons of chemistry, but you can't really, there's no actual like soulmate, like an actual one soulmate, if that makes sense. You know, Raffi, that 90% of the population is right-handed, right? What's up, Jake Morris? Welcome, Jake. I mean, yes, you can practice doing other things with your other hand, but it's just harder for some people. Like, I technically don't really, like, I pretty much can learn things faster with both hands, just because of the way my brain actually works with being kind of cross-dominant. But when it comes to most righties, which is 90% of the population, oh god, sometimes they just cannot do right-handed, or cannot do left-handed. It would take a lot of practice. Like 90% of the population's right-handed, 10% is... Oh, you're left-handed? Never mind. I thought you were... I guess you're probably cross-dominant or you're ambidextrous. I don't know which one. You could be one or the other. If you're left-handed and you can do a lot of things with your right hand, then you're probably cross-dominant, to be honest. Because I don't know if true ambidextry is a thing. Like, I'm not certain about that at the moment. Because I think true ambidextrous is where you can do everything equally with your right and left hand. Which I'm not too sure if that's actually possible for your brain to conceive, but you never know, honestly. I'm not really too sure though. You're not really trained. At birth though, you're not wait, what? That doesn't even make any sense. You can't be trained at birth to be right or left-handed. You're more of one hand or the other. I don't know, I still don't know if true ambidextria actually exists. Like, there are some things like bowling. Bowling's a perfect example. I always used my right hand to bowl, like bowling. Bowling, I can bowl with my right hand, but I'm actually better with my left. It's actually, I'm left-handed, but it's more natural. It's more natural for me to do right-handed, but I'm actually better with my left. It literally makes no sense. It's like, why? It's... Even though it's not even that bad after a certain point for me to use my left. That's interesting. About being left-handed. Is that why it's so rare, I'm guessing? It's because of that brain development. Yeah, you're pretty much all over the place, to be honest. What do you do better with certain? Because I know somehow I do better with some things, but better with other things for some reason. Like with my right hand, I can do better things, but it's more natural for me to do the left. Handling tools is a great example. Like handling tools, like nailing in a board or something like that. When I ever do that, honestly, or nailing in anything, just hammering in a nail. I hold the nail with my right hand and hammer with my left. I don't do horrible. My accuracy is garbage, but if I just switch hands, somehow my right hand's amazing with the hammer, and it's incredibly accurate compared to my left for some stupid reason. Even though I'm left-handed. You don't, that's not how that works, Kim. You're naturally one or the other, though. Like okay, yes, you can get forced to be another hand, technically, through enough practice, but you're naturally one or the other if you're right-handed. That's what I mean. Natural, not nurture. Nurture versus nature. Let's go with that. Like that personality typing and stuff like that, that's nature. Handedness is nature. It's just nature, that's all it is. You can be forced to do other things with the other hand. It's very difficult, but you're more naturally inclined to do certain things with your left hand or right hand. If you're right-handed, then you're pretty much going to do almost everything with your right hand. Oh yeah, I actually use a mouse for my right. I don't use my mouse on the left. Left-handed people, left-handy or left-handers, because I'm left-handed, but I actually use my mouse on my right. Yeah, like it doesn't matter how much you think you can do. You're left-handed, or you can think as much as you want, saying that you're left-handed, but you're always going to be right-handed if you're right-handed naturally, if that makes sense. It's like if you're like a INFJ or something like that, and you force yourself to be an INFP, like you try to force yourself to be another type, you're always going to get down to that level of that type, if that makes sense. I know I'm talking about personality types, but it's the same concept. Same with the hedonic treadmill. What's up, pencil builds? Same with other things like the hedonic treadmill, like the happiness scale, whatever it's called, where it's like you always have this base level happiness, but you can increase it or go decrease it. No matter how happy you think you are and how happy everything is, you will eventually go to a base level of happiness, if that makes sense. You can be as happy as you want for a certain amount of time, but you won't be that level of happiness forever, if that makes sense. It's the same concept. Like you can be right-handed and do left-handed the rest of your life. Force left-handed oh my god, left-handed things the rest of your life. You're still right-handed. I do not believe in ghosts. I don't really see any like anything about. I haven't read too much about ghosts. I haven't really cared too much about ghosts, to be honest. If that makes sense, like it's all about what is true and what is not what you believe. Like you can believe yourself to be left-handed, but what is true is that you're right-handed. No matter how much you try to force yourself to be. Same with genders, but obviously we're not going to get into that, so yeah. I'm not going to get into that. It's kind of the same thing, same concept, but I'm not going to get into that. That's just an example. God dang it, I forgot about this stone up here. Or this lava up here. Like, I'm not gonna just make up a belief about ghosts. Because I haven't looked into ghosts or anything like that. Alright, see ya, Fred. Statistically, aliens could exist, but in terms of realisticness, not really. If that makes sense. Oh my god, statistically, aliens could exist based off the sheer number of planets and solar systems and or just systems, galaxies, systems, stuff like that. They could exist. Through probability, that is, but realistically, I don't think they actually exist. I'm not too sure though. It's hard to actually say. I hate beliefs sometimes because you can't really verify some of this stuff. If that makes sense. Like evolution or something like that. I mean, technically evolution, or sorry, not evolution. The age of the Earth is technically a thing with carbon dating, but stuff like that. Like religion's a great example. What's up, Gul? Alright, see ya, Pronate. I'm also probably gonna end the stream soon, to be honest with you. There's nothing else for me to do. I mean, I could technically still mine, but wait, how many pickaxes do I have? I'll just go after this. I'm gonna end the stream after this pickaxe breaks. Sorry, not breaks, but I'm gonna end the stream after this pickaxe is gone. So you guys have a good probably 5 minutes or so. I don't know how long it's actually gonna take. I haven't actually timed how fast you can go through a pickaxe straight, which is kind of funny. But yeah. This is not 1.16, this is Legacy Edition. Minecraft PS4 Legacy Edition. I need to put Legacy Edition in the title. I probably should. Oh, this is where it gets really annoying, guys. It's all this stupid lava right here. Yeah, exactly. Apparently the only thing that travels faster than light is actually the universe itself. Which I don't know about that, to be honest. I wouldn't say it changed me, but it definitely helped me become a little bit more open to people, or open in general to things. It's definitely helped me with like my performance anxiety, like with my voice, to be honest. Just being more comfortable talking in general with other people and responding to other people's comments and stuff like that. It totally helped me with my weird self-deprecating behavior of not receiving any donations or gifts or anything like that, because every donation is technically a gift. That kind of forced it out of me, which is cool. It helped me receive things. This project has actually helped me really understand the power that I actually yield within me. It sounds weird, but it's kind of true. In general, I would have to say it didn't completely change me, but it has helped some aspects of my being, I guess. Yeah, it's just mainly helped with stuff like that, with just being comfortable on the internet, if that makes sense. Just being comfortable on the internet. Probably one of the biggest things that's changed me. Okay, that just slightly scared me. You see yourself 5 times more attractive. I think it's also 20% more attractive to your crush or something like that. Your crush or other people see you 15% more attractive. I don't know what the percentage actually is, but it's like 15 or 20% or something like that more attractive than you actually see yourself. Sounds weird. I never heard about that though. That sounds crazy actually, just hearing that. Alright, I'm gonna go on in this stream now. This is already 1:30, so yeah. I can't get netherite, people. I can't get netherite because I cannot update the world. Actually, yes, to some degree it kind of does. It kind of makes me seem less smart, to be honest. Sometimes. That's very situational though. About oh my god, seeming less smart in general. Especially stuttering. Like stuttering and stuff like that, or just weird stuff like that.